Uthman radiallahu anhu one day entered a room where the Prophet ﷺ was sitting, and he was dangling his feet at the well of Roma. And I think it was Zayd radiallahu anhu was standing at the door, and the door knocked. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Who is it?" And Zayd said, "It's Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu." He said, "Let him come in and tell him that he will be among the people of paradise. Bawashirhu bil Jannah." So he entered and sat beside the Prophet ﷺ on his right. Then the door knocked again. Zayd said, "Who?" He said, "Umar." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Let Umar come in and give him glad tidings that he will be in paradise." He came in and sat beside Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu on his right. Then the door knocked the third time, and it was Uthman radiallahu anhu. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Let Uthman enter and tell him he will also be in paradise, but after a calamity, a fitna befalls him." And Uthman went and sat opposite to three of them. Some ulama say this interprets how they're buried today. The Prophet ﷺ is buried here, next to him is Abu Bakr, and next to him is Umar, and Uthman was buried a little bit of a distance in Al-Baqiyah. Uthman radiallahu anhu was modest and shy. Now when the Prophet was sitting at the well, I'll tell you something, Aisha radiallahu anha says, he had his pants, his surwal rolled up, and you can see a little bit of the whiteness above his knees, so his thighs. Which I think, from what I read from the scholars, that it's not haram if a little bit of your thigh is showing, based on this Sahih Hadith. A little bit of the whiteness of his thigh was showing. He didn't cover it when Abu Bakr walked in, when Umar walked in, and when Zayd was there. But when Uthman radiallahu anhu walked in, he covered it. He rolled his pants down. And afterwards Aisha radiallahu anha asked him, "Why did you roll your pants down when Uthman radiallahu anhu entered?" And he said to her, "أَفَلَا أَسْتَحِي مِنْ رَجُلٍ تَسْتَحِي مِنْهُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ." Should I not be shy of a man whom the angels are shy of? And he said, I thought maybe if Uthman comes in, he'll look at me and I've got a little bit of my legs showing, and he's so shy that he probably wouldn't ask me anything anymore because he'll be looking away, just being shy. So I want him to ask for what he wants. That's his personality. Radiallahu anhu. He was so shy that it was said that when he wanted to take a shower, bathe himself, he used to wear a surwal, he used to cover himself. You don't have to, but that's what he did. Because he used to be so embarrassed and shy in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That gives us a lesson about when we're alone in our bedroom, and what do we do in our time when Allah is watching. Wink wink. You got to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sorry I made a joke out of it, but I'm just trying to sort of not make you feel like I'm judging you, that's all. But you got to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in secret and in open. Uthman radiallahu anhu finished the Quran in one whole night once. And one Sahabi said, "You didn't pray 2 rak'ahs, He said, "I was praying the witr." In one witr, all night, he finished the entire Quran. Wow. Uthman radiallahu anhu, there was a hunger famine in Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's time, and there was a qafila, a cavalry, which he bought, like 100 camels. And the people came up to him, the business tradesmen, they said, "We'll give you 10% profit." Another one said, "I'll give you 20% profit." The other one said, "I'll give you 30% profit." He goes, "I've been given more profit than that, more profit than that." They go, "How much?" They said, 10 times, so 100% profit. They said, "None of us will do that." Who can offer you that? Who's wealthy enough to give you that much profit, or actually 1,000% profit? He said, Allah. Allah gives for every donation, every dirham, 10 times more of profit. I have sold it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's all for the poor. At the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu.